Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside Tarawa, 1943. This is a game designed by Mike Wiley and Grant Wiley and published by Worthington Publishing. This game got a lot of buzz last year and I just never picked up a copy of it until now. They ran a sale, Worthington did, so I wanted to pick up a copy and check it out myself. Wasn't sure how much I was going to like it originally, which is why I didn't pick it up. Even though it's the Marines in World War II, I just held off on it. Everyone else was saying it's a lot of fun, it's a push your luck game, and it's just one of those really neat games. However, the one thing that did make me pause on getting it until now is the fact that everybody says it's almost impossible to win, which is due to, from what I've been told, a very high luck factor. High luck factor games and me don't really get along too much. They kind of wear thin on me pretty fast because I think if there's too much luck in the game, then really the gamer is just along for the ride and you're hoping that you get the right plays or the right cards, the right rolls or whatever to get a victory. And that to me is not very fun. Now I can't speak to this game yet, I haven't played it, but that's what I've been told. There always should be a way to mitigate that luck. You're going to get runs of bad luck, runs of good luck. I understand that and I'm fine with that. However, I don't want it to be so luck driven that I feel like it's completely out of my hands and I have no effect on the outcome of the situation or the game. That's what caused me to pause and not get this game last year. But I broke down this year, going to give it a shot and we'll see what I think of it after I played it. But first, let's take a look at the back of the box and see what this game's all about. Tarawa 1943 is a solitaire card-driven game on the invasion of Japanese-controlled Tarawa by the 2nd Marine Division. Join the 2nd Marine Division as you storm the beaches of Tarawa. Japanese Commander Shibazaki and his men have had a year to prepare for this moment in time. You must adapt, overcome, and improvise as the Japanese are going to fight to the end. Japanese defenses, overlapping fields of fire, bunkers, trenches, will present enormous challenges to your Marines. Infiltration of the Marine positions, snipers, and relentless bonsai attacks will wear on the cohesion of your battalions as you rapidly try to secure the island. Game components, we get a mounted game board, wood blocks, cubes, label sheet, card decks, dice, rulebook, battle manual, and battle archive. And here we have an example of the map and the cards as well as the blocks that will be used in the game. It is rated as a low complexity and solitaire is rated as very high. Of course, it is a solitaire game. It is for ages 14 and up. Victory in under 1 hour. So let's take a look inside and see what we get. Now, this is a really snug box. Now we get a pad to track all of our games. The rulebook and battle manual. The sticker sheet. The mounted map board. And look at this. Really cool insert with a cover for all your components. So let's set up the map and take a closer look at the game. And here's a look at the mounted map that comes with the game. It is a beautifully done map as expected from Worthington Publishing. They get 2 thumbs up on their component quality. It's always fantastic. At the top we have the 2nd Marine Regiment, 6th and the 8th Marine Regiment tracks. On the right hand side we have the die rolls for the Marines. On the left hand side we have the die rolls for the Japanese fire attacks as well as the bonsai attacks. Draw piles for the Japanese and the Marines at the bottom left. And then as you can see ringing the island or the different invasion locations. We have Green Beach, red 1 through 3, and then alternatives black 1 through 2. You can see how compressed this island is. It's very small, but the main thing was the airfield. That's what the Marines were there to get, so that way they could move on from island to island. That's what the point of the island hopping campaign was, to be able to attack the mainland if they had to. But looks like it's going to be real good representation of the invasion in it, the abstract manner that this game is meant to be played in. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. Really beautiful map. Outstanding job by Worthington. We have a pad of tracking sheets so that way you can keep track of your plays. You can list out your name, the date, the position for both the Marines and the Japanese here, and then the cohesion and markers are eliminated for each of your units in the game, and then what remaining Japanese cards there were, the total USMC markers eliminated, and then the winner of the game. So that way you can keep track of all your plays and see how you fared each time you put this on the table. And we'll take a look at a few examples of the cards that come with the game. At the top we have the Japanese cards, at the bottom we have the Marine Corps cards. The sniper here Roll 1 die attacking the highest priority USMC occupied position. Reduce the Marine cohesion by the result of the die as follows. And that gives you a die roll 1 through 6, and then how many losses? Like 2, 3 is a 1 loss, 4 through 5 is 2 loss, plus remove 1 tactics card of choice from the hand, and then 6 is 3 loss, plus remove 1 tactic card of choice from the hand. Shibazaki killed. Place a cube in the Admiral Shibazaki kill box in the game board and reduce all future Banzai attacks by 1 die. This is cumulative with the effects of the Communication Destroyed card. Ignore if already played, conduct 1 Banzai attack using attack priority. Then we have Banzai at the far right here. It says, if USMC controls 1 or 2 island positions, Banzai attack up to those 2 USMC occupied positions that are adjacent to Japanese occupied positions. Otherwise, conduct 2 fire attacks. The attack comes from the lowest priority adjacent Japanese position. Then for the Marines, we have Dynamic Command. Swap position of 2 adjacent battalions or move 1 battalion to a vacant friendly controlled position. This is a free move. 2nd Tank Battalion. Adjust any face on 1 die rolled in a USMC attack. Roll the die first, then make the adjustment. May not adjust a roll of 4, may not be used in any attack from a wave area to a beach area. Then we have Recuperate. 1 battalion that is not adjacent to a Japanese occupied position rolls a die, then the result of die as follows. On a 1 through 3, you increase the battalion cohesion by the die result 1, 2, or 3. 4 through 6, increase battalion cohesion by 4. Then you have Command Coordination on the far right. The USMC player may activate 2 additional battalions this turn for a total of 3 actions. The active battalion must complete all actions before the next battalion performs actions. Each battalion adjusts cohesion for the action performed. So quite a few actions from these cards that can be done that will impact gameplay in different ways. And this is the sticker sheet that comes with the game. Everybody's favorite thing to do is stickering their blocks. I know everybody complains about it. It's really not that bad. It's a one-shot deal. You're done with it in a few minutes. Put on some music and sticker your blocks, and you'll have a beautiful game to put on your table. Now, there's no need to go through all of these components. We know we've got some green blocks for the Marines and yellow blocks for the Japanese, as well as some cubes, dice, and then we've got our baggies here for the components in the game. Don't have to really look much at what we've got here, but I wanted to show you because this is a fantastic insert, and it's got the top 2, so it'll keep everything in place when you store it on your shelves. Outstanding job by Worthington on this. Next, we'll take a look at the rules. This is a 12-page full-color rulebook. Love that cover. Inside of the front cover, we have the introduction, explanation of the game board, control of positions, your game components, Japanese AI activation cards, exhaustion cubes, formation markers, the Japanese markers, USMC markers, and then we get to USMC battalion cohesion and exhaustion. There's some notes here in green and key rules in yellow and then blue for examples, all text examples so far written throughout the book. Then we have the sequence of play on page 6, breaks down all the steps for the USMC turn, the tactics cards, how you place your new wave, regroup, rotate your battalions, move, attack, and then the die results for attacks for the Marines. And then applying your attack results for the Marines, then advance after the Marine attacks. Then we get into the Japanese turn. You have key rule here, unique to Japanese attacks are the concept of attack priority. Attack priority is the highest priority Marine island occupied or controlled position being attacked from the lowest priority adjacent Japanese occupied position. We get into Japanese attacks, fire attacks in fields of fire, Japanese fire attack dice, Banzai attacks, as well as the Banzai attack dice. Then the Japanese markers and cubes. And we get to victory on page 10. So not a lot of rules in this game. It's a pretty straightforward game to play, it looks like. Explains a breakdown of the victory points and then the victory results. Then you have the optional rules, adjusting your difficulty, optional landing sites, and then we have a game setup and turn example on page 10. That carries over to page 11, and then 10 key things to remember when playing. It lists out 10 different things that you need to remember when you play. Then on the back, we have the USMC dice results for attacks, Japanese fire attacks, and the Japanese Banzai attack, which is also on the game board. And lastly, we'll take a look at the battle manual. This is a 24-page full-color book, and it's going to give you a breakdown of all the cards in the game. Card examples, give you the design behind the cards, and then an example as well as a little bit of the text for each of the cards here for the Marines and then the Japanese. Not all the cards, but, well, it might actually cover all the cards because I think there are duplicates, but it gives you a good look into what was the design intent as well as how they're tied into the history. Then we have the Art of Tarawa 1943, the Tarawa Strategic Situation, nice little historical blurb explaining to you the Battle of Tarawa. Some great pictures and art. This is pretty detailed bit of history in the game. That's fantastic that they've included it. That goes all the way to the back of the battle manual. And that is a look at everything you get inside of Tarawa 1943. This is a game designed by Mike Wiley and Grant Wiley and published by Worthington Publishing. Well, first thing, 2 thumbs up to Worthington, another outstanding quality production. This is just a beautiful game and really does make you want to get it on the table fast. Only 10 pages of rules, should be really easy to get on the table, not going to be a lot to grok on that game. The components will just look really, really beautiful on the table, and I'm curious to see if the things I've been told are true or not about this game being very high luck value. I'm fine with luck in games. The only thing I get concerned about when I hear that is that it's really just out of your hands how the game goes. Then you're just kind of a participant. Yeah, not a participant, but you're an observer. I want to be a participant. I want to fight through the chaos. I'm fine with chaos. Combat's chaos. I'm fine with that, but I want to be able to fight through it, and there should be ways in the game to mitigate that. Looks like there are from the cards, but that remains to be seen. I'll find out when I play. I'm just going on things that I've been told by other people that have got it, but they still really love it. Game plays in like 30 minutes to an hour, so easy to get it on a table and crank out a game or two in an evening. I think that's also one of the other big selling points for these types of games is the fact that they can get on the table fast and be played fast. And you can knock out a couple games real quick and enjoy the experience. Well, looking forward to getting this one on the table, and I will definitely share my views in a future video. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you'd be curious about this one. If you have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.